thing because Okay. 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 How's it going, everybody? How's it going, everybody? Maybe I don't exist. Maybe I do. Things are different in this goddamn bedroom. It's the old days of my bed. But thank God it's turned to a sofa just in case. You know what? Anyways, what's going on, everybody? My name is Element Reptile. I'm your artist, digital graphic designer, illustrator, and many more. And many more. How's it going? Today, I want to be doing a live drawing for my next illustration or my next sketch would be what you see in the title. And he doesn't need a introduction of himself since he already has his own introduction. Now I'm doing it live. Want to draw Rudeus Greyrat from Mushoku Tensei. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna keep this as long as I do it possible on this one. Well, actually, kind of keep this as quick as possible, man. This is gonna be see how far. Let me see how far I can go with the coloring, with how I could go far with the drawing, with the shadings, all this kind of stuff. With Rudeus Greyrat from Mushoku Tensei. But I hope you guys, so you hope you enjoy this. Like, subscribe to my channel. Because we just started up in the way. Let's get to this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, X. Follow me also even on X or subscribe, whichever. I don't know. Leave a comment. Leave a comment. All we can do. So let's do this, everybody. And as you can see, I did a little head start either ways too. It's a very important head start for good reasons. You know, I didn't want to half-ass it all the way. Though I do need to get myself a Rudeus Greyrat example. Oh, his hair is much longer, actually. No, his hair's longer, or I'm tripping. Hang on a second. I think I got it from here. So let's turn off the audio. Let's turn off this. Oh yeah, definitely. He's got this. I don't know about you guys, but I got. Oh yeah, not to mention too, guys, everybody who's probably wondering what type of music I'm even listening to. Well, I am listening to some, unfortunately, AI generated cumbia because I needed a mix to keep myself sanity. Remember, I need to tell you, everybody, if I had to say this to the whole wide world, is that God damn it, you know, SoundCloud is officially over for me. I can't use my SoundCloud anymore. Ain't that a B, right? Ain't that a bitch? Tonight that I have to wait for God knows how long forever. I'm gonna need get my SoundCloud back so I can hopefully play more electronic dance music. Plus, it's also I just want to listen to something different. I don't want to listen to rock music because I know this character is not a very rock and roll kind of person. But I did my quick sketch for what? I did my quick sketch with for you know Miguel from Coco. I just gotta draw two characters. That's it. Definitely. This is the perfect This is the perfect illustration I want to see. Definitely, because I am that of a creep. Okay, actually, not true. Not true at all. But I think he's gonna be like this, kind of like this, but then hold up a second, what was his costume? Rudeus Greyrat, how is your costume looking? That's the real question. I've seen it before because he's got has multiple different costumes. I would say, what is the original, the main, the true Rudeus Greyrat cosplay? The full, I would say this, but that's too much of a hood. He doesn't use much hoods. But the hell, he probably uses his hood as well. All right, fuck it. Let's just check it. Let me just check this part. It's just also the side of his head as well. Man, you don't want me to look at his face. All right, so now I'm gonna I'll take that, and then his hoods. It's gonna go all the way down here. Well, pardon me, anybody who probably is watching the stream. Look, pardon me if I'm listening to some, Latin music, because pardon me, because hey, Hispanic Heritage Month is coming in a few months. I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm trying to take a break from the whole Halloween Horror Nights kind of thing and Halloween season. I get it, it's an American thing. It's what America does best in Halloween. I get it, and that I think that matters more. But there's nothing wrong with Hispanic Heritage Month. I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with it. It stretches from September 15th all the way down to October. So, because not just that, I'm trying to be important about it, because it's for my it's for my work. It's for my side job too. I think this. No, he doesn't need a rocker jaw. Okay, hang on a second. How far am I going with this? Okay, I'm just trying to get to this part. Oh, but his hair sticks out. So it's like a tie. It's like a string tie. Mind you. Keep the eyes here. Trying to keep this a little too Disney-fied, but I kind of this is my art style either ways. Besides, he has to have the eyes of a perv, so. But that's just what? That's just a stereotype. That's such a hard stereotype. If you also never even watched Mushoku Tensei, people, you don't remind yourself as well. Mushoku Tensei, if you haven't watched the first episode, you will not understand. I understand. Yes, there are some of the tropes that led to certain things and meaning that is kind of unacceptable. Some of the weird shit that he does alone. Well, if you didn't even watch the anime, if you did watch the anime, you'll probably know that he was severely mentally tortured. He was basically publicly lynched in the public, publicly humiliated in ways that you have no idea how, and not even a normal human being can do. No, there's people who've been publicly humiliated throughout the world, throughout the and thank God. I wonder how they did not commit suicide through that. So That's how it starts. And then all those traits that he had brought up upon him on his past old self, not to mention he just basically died right there after trying to save somebody. He died, of all the stuff that has happened, he died. And then now he wind up becoming but kept his memory back. So just happened to just find a host and then wake up as a baby. And now he's with all the memories intact. He finally he got a new life in another world. It's a type of isekai that was kind of like it was kind of a fresh in a way, but there are some tropes. Yes, they are the same. Certain fan service, the unmeaningful panty shots, and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's just not every anime is innocent. All right, if you wanted to check out innocent anime, just go watch One Piece. I'm gonna repeat this. Information like for the second time. Mm-mm. 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 Let's get to this part. Let's get to this part. Alright, now we got your attention. Well, it's too Disney-like, I'll tell you that. Que pinga. Didn't he wear earrings? No, I don't think so. No. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Hold up a second. Side here. Yeah, his side here matters. His side fucking hair matters. Alright, so now we can do this again. Gonna go. Nope. What? Okay, you. Oh, let me get to this. Good tracing. Ah. You may use the remote. Use the remote. Mm-hmm. Mm. Ah, shit. No. Damn it. Yo, go Broadcat. How's it going? How you feeling? Ah. How you feeling, Cobra Cat? I'm just... Ah, shit. That looks like they're gonna ask for my help. Shit. I'm doing good. Of course you're doing good, sir. Oh, the world's doing good. The world's doing good a favor. It's spontaneous, no? Today, right now, I'm drawing a Rudeus Greyrat. You know, right now I'm in my bedroom. So this is my bedroom right here. You guys say hello to the place I sleep and breed in. It's a futon right here, book bag, basement. Actually, this thing turns into a bed, so everything else. I mean, this is where I first started. This is our first basement. Although, mind you, I recently moved to this small city, so keep that in mind. Right now, I'm drawing Rudeus Greyrat, and I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this too. You know, hope I get more. Hoping you know, if there's anybody interested to watch me draw this illustration while listening to some cumbia music, you're free to enjoy. You're free to enter. You're free to watch. Please, I would like some company. I would like to get some good company. You know, I want some company to keep me nice and steady, making sure I'm not, nothing feels empty and dead. And while I'm working on this, I don't think I'm gonna do any reactions for today, or maybe a few reactions. I don't know. Conflicted about Rudeus having few wives. I mean, I'm gonna say this: I haven't watched Mushoku Tensei, though I did watch clips throughout the season, various clips of Mushoku Tensei. Yes, there are if you watch now. Okay, I'm starting to watch the first 10 episodes. I started watching the first 10 episodes, and it's actually really good. Thing is, I get it. When you're watching a clip out of a scene of an anime like that, right? It just doesn't hit you right. It doesn't feel right. It just doesn't sit right, gang. I know what you're saying. Look, many people said about Mushoku Tensei, right? That is not having multiple wives and stuff. Well, it's say the same thing to the harems. Keep in mind, at the time, isn't polygamy, like, polygamy exists, mind you. I'm not saying it's justifiable. Plus, it's fiction. You know, it's an isekai. You know, all that kind of stuff. I get it. Yes, I get it. I get it with some of the shit that he does that is kind of uncomfortable for for a good majority of people. But if you watch the anime, I mean, you have every right to not say I don't sit right. Yeah, then if you watch the whole season of Mushoku Tensei, then okay, you know, you have every right to say, you know, my only con is just the harem. All right, that's your opinion. Good. All right, you know, it's just that there's people out there who are trying to fucking downplay Mushoku Tensei, literally trying to lynch this show and the artists, like Jesus Christ getting crucified by a bunch of Romans and Muslims and Jews, right? Up in the mountainsides of fucking Jerusalem and shit, right? Or like the Aztecs trying to sacrifice a lonely tribe warrior, like chief, and then trying to take out his heart as a blood sacrifice for some shit like that. They're trying to keep things justifiable when they're trying to say no soy fan de Epstein. Like, I'm not a fan of Jeffrey Epstein and shit. Well, I'm like, bro, like, why going after that? You know, I understand. Yes, again, look, yes, I know for many people, yes, it's weird to have multiple wives and stuff, but you know, if you really read about ancient times, there has been history where there's guys who actually had multiple wives. It actually was once normal at that time. Now it's not. Think of it. There's here in the United States, there's literally some states in the United States of America that actually do allow polygamy. Is it frowned upon? Extremely yes. And if I have the belief to say yes, it's extremely also frowned upon too. But it's allowed. You know? There's states with some of the most weirdest and fucked up things out there. And then of course there's the whole shit, you know, unfortunate shit with how it started. You guys haven't seen Mushoku Tensei, the first episode. He was tortured. Basically, he was tortured as a child, as a man, and in school, you know, he did a mistake. He tried to save somebody, and then he died. And after he died, but he just happened. He thought he was gonna go to the other side, right? Until he somehow just slipped into another host of another newborn child of another world. It was a concept, and it covered certain taboos. It covers certain topics, you know, and not many people are gonna feel right about it. But two, it's not like you can't do anything to that in a show. Mushoku Tensei has some of the top 3 isekais to this day, as of this time. I know it's normal. Just how like his children and wife were waiting. Yeah, I mean, did we have when we were children? Did we wait for our mother and fathers happily? And then as time goes by, we start to kind of like let it just kind of have that phase pass away. That's exactly what it was. Yes. And on top of that, like it's also kind of hypocritical to some people, to the people that when they start feeling that scared Mushoku Tensei or this. Well, let's go back to the topic of Chainsmoker Cat, right? Chainsmoker Cat, Japanese audiences dropped that because it was just too filthy and too just degenerate. And then for some reason in the West, I see on Instagram, I see on TikTok, I see on Twitter, right? But I go to Instagram, mostly on Instagram. I see comments like, "Oh, you don't like they don't like that shit, but oh, they're gonna allow Didi Tensei, you know, Mushoku Epstein, you know, started diddling with kids and shit." And I'm like, bro, can you shut up with that? Like again, when we talk about buzzwording words that do need the meaning for emergency, you know, I really mean that. I really mean, like, for example, people already been watering down the word pedophile every single fucking time. These people water down the word pedophile all the time. And mind you too, hilariously, those people are fucking ReZero fans, and Chibi, like, I get it with you guys if you hate him as much as you can, but Chibi Reviews have brought this information out, much like a spirit, like Otaku Spirit, much like a Spirit 2, and including certain Monte Sensei, even for me, for my favorite, Prof Darkness 4. You know, he's a new guy. He say they're all fighting against each other. Like, it's it crazy that the voice actors of Mushoku Tensei, right? The voice actor for Rudeus Greyrat and the voice actor for Natsuki Subaru are both married, but the fandoms are so tribalistic. They're trying to kill each other and rip each other apart, right? Isn't it funny? And what's even funny, I've seen people cosplay. I see women cosplaying Eris Greyrat. I see women cosplay Roxy and Sylphie. But each has a good developing backstory. And and another thing is, he learns from that. He learns, you know, the mistakes. He knows that, you know, the things that in his past life that he always thought to have the imagination of, it doesn't work the way. There's times where he was punished. Remember that episode when this was in the very first season, when in Mushoku Tensei, right? Rudeus, you know, reunited with his father in a bar, but because there was that whole shenanigans with the open portal world incident thing, right? He you know, try to talk about the adventures with Eris and all that stuff, and he got upset because everybody got upset with him, and he got into a fight with his father, with Paul, because he was minding about saving Eris and every other girl rather than his mother, you know, that he was probably going missing or enslaved. Forgot about Sylphie, and he didn't knew that, and people and rightfully so, you know, he was basically punished for that. And it's all about him going through those trials and errors of life, you know. Although he's in an isekai, he's trained, he's trying to find out, yes, and of course the wrong choices come to him. He always chooses the wrong, because again, he was tortured and basically lynched in his life in Japan, and all the memories he gathered here and he never had a chance to do over there, he's trying to thought he was harmless. And I know, and that reflects to me too, because there are things that I literally hate, is that I'm doing things on a surface level, right? But people will tell you, just because, you know, it seems harmless to you, but it doesn't seem harmless to the others. It seems like sensitive. I'm like, what do you mean? You know? And I faced those things before too. I did things that were wrong. I did wrong things. I did things that I would have to go back to meeting that person and apologize straight up for that. You know? And that's what that resonated to me with Rudeus. But if you just look at clips out of Twitter X, who is known for letting hentai in, and I too watch hentai in Twitter, of course, you know, you're gonna call this guy, you know, Mushoku Epstein, Diddy, you know, Rudeus Epstein, you know, fucking Rudeus Diddy, and all that kind of stupid shit. Just like Ararage Koyomi, bro, with the story written back in the 2010s. Many people, if you, I would like to see the same people who are on ReZero, who, funny enough, has a lot of lollies in ReZero. I would love to see the face reactions when those guys and the Bleach fans, who I know I'm a big fan of Bleach. I have yet to see the Bleach episode. Oh my god, I've been waiting for too long. But then seeing those guys react to Monogatari, I didn't watch nothing of Monogatari, not until basically in the pandemic, honestly, because there were animes that I chose that only I researched on social media, or I looked at in certain sites on Crunchyroll. You know, I didn't. I remember in the 2010s, I was busy watching Michiko Hatchkin, Space Dandy, and Bit of Fate. You know, but I didn't know about Monogatari. because Monogatari, of course, wasn't Crunchyroll, but it didn't came to my mind because there was so much for other fucking animes I've been watching. You know, I've been watching Seven Deadly Sins, and I didn't watch a bit of Fate, and on top of that, too, I was just busy going ham on hentai. So, yeah, pro gooner over here. Though I'm a pro gooner who's using a wooden dummy. But anyways, back to what I'm saying. You know, like I said again, if you watching a clip of Mushoku Tensei, right? If you're just watching a fucking clip out of Mushoku Tensei, rather than actually watching the episodes, a full episode on your streaming service or on a pirated site, of course, you would have this justifiable crash out of saying this nigga is a straight creep. This fucking dude who used to be Japanese, or in my racist mouth, Buddha head, turned into a European cracker who feels pretty Epstein-like, and and it's not right for my black and brown ass. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. That's just wrong. That's just wrong. That's just wrong and racist. That's just racist. But tourist-wise, again, like I said, if you are not watching a full episode of Mushoku Tensei on like I did, I watched the first 10 episodes. I'm trying, unfortunately, I'm going to say this too. I'm going to say this as a tourist. I'm watching Mushoku Tensei on English dub. That's my apologies. I'm sorry that I'm not watching Mushoku Tensei on original Japanese sub. I'm watching it on a dub. That is my apologies. But that's just the way I roll. And again, that's what it is. Now, I'm trying to get to this part now. Today, I think I already got the sketch, actually. I wonder, should I give this dude an earring? I want to give this dude an earring so badly. You know what? I want to do something. Rather than drawing Rudeus Greyrat, just the way he is, I want to do a little modification. No, stop you grifting about, oh, don't turn him to a white lesbian, don't turn him to a transracial. No! Come on, please. Shut the hell up. Besides, it's a drawing. It's a character. Much like lollies are drawings and characters. Much like tomboys. Much like furries. They're all drawings and characters. Okay? I can give him 3 eyes, 4 limbs. And he's still Mushoku. And he's still Rudeus Greyrat. Oh, I got a little like on YouTube. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I got it. Anyways. Okay, let me get to the stuff. Okay, see this? Shit. Okay. Oh, he's got a Oh, I got it right. Okay. Shit. I hope anybody's rejoined the cumbia. Yes. La cumbia music, la cumbia ambera. Yo lo que sé porro sabanero. Hay que ser el porro. see this. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, cumbia goes hard. I mean, I'm Latino, so. See here? No. Kind of just color it like this. Same thing here. Same thing here. And two. It's not. That's not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. Oops, my music. Okay. Back to this. It's gonna be. I just gotta go back. Well, this is a very Western smile, so. Ah, shit. Okay, I'm gonna get to. No, I need this. 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 Just in case. Ah. Better guy. Come on. Okay, I would say, okay, let me see, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And just like that. Yep, not very much. Okay. Come on. Ah. Rudeus, Greyrat, come on. Shoko Tensei. Alright, so let's see. Robes wise. Sorry. See, stretches. I don't know if them robes make sense. 2, 3. Okay. Akura Mando. Anime. Come on. Don't twitch now on me, boy. Okay. Like this. Ruffles and ruffles and ruffles. Okay. Nah, I don't think that works. This, not really. Okay, not really. Okay. Or maybe I want to do something. Wait, I want to do something else. I want to hold on. Let me direct. I want a good direction, an actual better direction for this. Rudeus, Greyrat. I'll get a direction, better direction. Maybe the smile is pretty ridiculous. But I'm trying to give it a sort of protruding, cartoony kind of look. Trying to move this bee. A little too much, okay, but it's... I mean, it doesn't look too long looking, but he does actually. Frog it. Just for the 3 wives. No? Just for the 3 wives. I mean, this is like the westernized version of Rudeus Greyrat, so... Most just like what, like artists on Japan or the Western anime characters will probably don't understand it. Give it up there. Okay, he seems a little too elderly. Okay, that's too much. Fuck. Sorry. There you go. And then a little tweak like that. Okay, that's good. Back from showering. Oh, you took a shower? Well, howdy do. I mean, it's nighttime, yo, so just hold on when you're still sleeping. So figure C. I want to see if I can do a light or no, yeah, I can try to do a light. Or no, actually, no, I had to find that. That's gonna be that has to be figured out in a way. That has to be figured out. I have to figure out what kind of direction I want this. Anyways, 2 shots of Jaeger. Kill Martin. To the tasting room. Hunt. But fuck it. Ah shit. Come on. Is it really? Yep. I'm an actor. Okay. That's one part of the robe. I wonder, no. What is like, what does it make sense? Because I always thought that he had a big trench coat on the way. I always thought that way. Mm-hmm. Ugh. Maybe I should better up his nose. No. He doesn't need a pointy ass nose tampoco. It's got ugly. Okay. You better not finish my mixtape. Okay, now to the blue part. Well, it's gonna be a lot of colorings. Let's put that to the fat. Shading. Oh. Ugh, man. How about here? Or potentially kind of a purple. Probably around here. Okay. Twitching like a motherfucker. Come on. Just drawing this voluptuous colors. Here. Get to that edge. Ah, shit. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Can't get to. It's gonna probably like also like deopacitize. I'm just using this as a base color. That's a more prominent way to kind of color things easier than just trying to get it to the lightest of the lightest colors. I'm like, nigga. It really doesn't make sense. Dun, dun, dun. No, right here. All right. So what else? Now I got the fill already. Nice and dandy. All right, nice and dandy on this one. I can just unfill this. I can kind of go down for just a tiny bit, not that. But the base coloring, for some reason, yes. I don't know. Still, you know, that base coloring is kind of odd. Always. Now, so coloring this kid right here. Nah, maybe I'm gonna be watching. Kind of like get him a little much lighter than usual. I mean, that's part of the show, no? That's part of the show, no? And then from there, I'm gonna have to figure, okay, what's the sun? What's the light direction coming? Don't tell me I gotta run the nose. Just the face. I'm only just started. Okay, Mashoko Tent. Doesn't sit right, gang. I mean, you better learn to love it, gang. That's the only thing I can say. You better learn to love it. Not, it's not like, hey, yo, bear the burn just get the fuck out of here. No, it's just, that's how, this is kind of like the way the world works over there. We don't know. I mean, I don't know how the world works over there in Hong Kong, gang. I mean, but Pete, do you really gonna start bashing shit? I don't know. I don't know. I feel lonely. Okay. Where is the light direction going? That's the question. Where do I want my light direction? Where do I want my light direction? Do I want it left? I want it right? I want it up and down? What is my light direction? I always kind of want to figure out my light direction before I start this. I'm gonna think. They had it in a tutorial. I want the light shining. Let's do this. Where is the skin color? Okay. Maybe. Oh, fuck. Ah, where's the color now? There you go. Okay, so where will you land? Let's see. Somewhere like this. Kinda like this. But he seems diabolical right here. No? Nah, he seems pretty diabolical over here, but I don't. Look at just like look at the lights in the and I'm trying to show the light right here, trying to shine a light on the front, like going this way. But he seems a little too diabolical, no? Or maybe that's what I want. My decision. I could do like a more noir version of him, but no, we chose not to. I mean, it's already noir itself. The show's already noir itself. Oops, don't get tired on me, boy. Don't get tired on me, boy. Okay, so nah, something like this, or no? Actually, no. This sort of it doesn't. I could dig with the hair, but I don't want to dig with the face. Something like that. Trying to see if I. So right here. This. So yes, 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 yes. Ah. Let's see. Let's see how this works. I want to see how this works. Voila. In a way. In a way. Not full, I mean, you don't get to see the full picture. Okay, that's probably like phase 1, phase 2. Surprisingly. Surprisingly. Okay, wait, what is the... hold on a second. Alright, so let's see if I can try out Rudy's Greyrats. I think he has a coat and then it's kind of light on the part. Okay, so he's gonna have this kind of coat. I would say... oh, it's a whole poncho. Hold up. So it's like a robe. There's a hood here, or some trench, and then there's a whole robe-ness gown like this. So it's a chest gown. Okay, that's new. Let's try that out. Oh Christ. Demon, dust, dun, 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 dun. Oh God! Don't tell me now. See, coloring this dude. So that part's at a point of the room. All right. The room's gone silent. The room has gone silent, ladies and gentlemen. I want to have your thoughts and reviews. Shoko Tensei. The room's gone pretty silent about this. And I say, maybe you are delusional. I don't know. Though I would say I'm almost there with the hair. I got that. I got the shadings. But still, he's got to go this way. Still got to go this way. No. Just go all the way down. Actually, no, he's got still a bright red head. But he isn't there. Yeah. Though I'm still funny. I still gotta finish that ReZero illustration, but that was just long and hard. Pause. But to it. So almost right there to coloring the whole hair. That is there is to be. Now everybody's surprised. Oh, he's right there, isn't he? Buddy, you should see the whole process, gang. He's already almost there. You know, people. I've always wondered right now in the stream if anybody's actually watching this or they're just waiting for the final product. I mean, it's my live stream drawing Rudeus Greyrat. Come on, son. It's not like you're waiting for like the last episode or the last goal out there on in FIFA World Cup. You're hiding a goddamn blanket and stuff. But it's not. It's like that dude. Dude was watching FIFA or in the AFCON over there. They kind of like hide his TV. He would just like over blanket his TV just in case he doesn't, he doesn't need to see the whole like football league just take place just last until a goal. There's people that will take that sport to the test with passion and heart. They would actually will to learn I lost all my words because I started to feel sleepy. I lost all my damn words because I felt sleepy. God damn it. Actually. There you go. And then I'm gonna go to burn tool. A bit of the burn tool over here. A bit here and a bit of the burn tool. Burn tool here. Though I still gotta add a little more that I can chew. Just gotta see how it goes. Ah, shit. then here, kind of like this. Bit right here. I don't know. Maybe the unless I'm not drawing the shine right. Nah, shine's too weird. Hold up, I'm gonna have to do the worst shine of my life. Man, I'm fumbling. I'm really fumbling hard. Fumbling hard? No, that did not work, sir. Bongo, bango, bongo, bong, it didn't work, sir. No, 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 no. Hey, where you hail by, sir? Where you hail by? 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 Okay, here. Wandara, Wantaramela, Arira Wantaramela, Aira Wantaramela. Nah, that's a little too much. Just kind of, I guess, nah. Whatever this works. Or maybe it just only works over here. I don't know. Oh damn! I forgot to even draw his other hair, his other half of the hair. This has got to be. Two. Three, four. Let's see right here, the full picture. Should I leave the robe like this uniform, inner uniform black, and then leave the whole robe white, or have this black and have another different color here, and then leave this thing white? What's your option? Because I could do, or I just do the same with Rudeus Greyrat. I don't know. Rudeus Greyrat had his uniform changes throughout the season in Mushoku Tensei, so. But it still has the same sort of patterns. That's the thing. He had his own same form of patterns. To also kind of like brighten up his. Or should I? Oh, you know what I should do? I should do this. I should kind of overlay it. Rather than just trying to change a new color, why not just overlay it? I would say what was happening? Okay, something like this. And then I want to go straight down. All the way down. Alright, so I'm just going to see if this is going to work. It's an overlay color, so let's just first go all the way back. Okay, yeah. Or kind of open up this way. It's just an attempt, that's all. Or make it more. How about much more easier? As I got many variety of tools on my Photoshop. Why not just use them? Let's do the polygonal lasso tool. I haven't used this thing for a good minute. I think it's time to use it. Cause yeah, you know. I mean, I used it in art and I used it in the paintings and used it in graphic design. But you never see me use it for quite a time in other stuff. Yeah, I did use the lasso tool on more circular stuff because I was just on a rush. And that means I do use the lasso tool, but there are very different lasso tools out there. So I will have to use that. Just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, woo, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Was there a connection around here? Okay, that doesn't matter. Well, and then I'm just gonna go basically this. See? But that's because I went all the way up. But if I put overlay, voila. See that? See the neat trick, everybody? You all see the neat trick right here. You see that neat trick? I just do this and went from here because I start off with normal, but then I just find overlay and voila. We're getting as close to his true hair color. And I could just de-opacitize. Now we're in the right spot. Okay, so now his robe. His robe. Should I do it black or should I do, I don't know. Wait, first off, put the whole rest in God damn multiply. And maybe some on hard light. Alright. This is probably the most secret. Right here. Now I wonder, okay, I did that part, but is it necessary that I'll have Rudeus have all this kind of stuff? I could put, no, his coat is gotta be darker, but that means taking this out or darkening this as intended. Then I have to use another, but I'm keeping the white here, or the yellow gold pin that I'm about to put soon enough also can work. But the only thing is where. The only thing is if it makes sense. Actually, I'm speaking gibberish because I'm drawing, so I can't multitask much. But my actions of doing, yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing. So I just don't want to like give off the same color, but maybe I should. I don't know, because I would like to see a different color. Let me see. Let me see something on Mushoku Tensei, because he had many changes. He started like this. Well, now let me see the evolution. I'm going all the way back. Okay, so I'm gonna go, because I know this Rudeus Greyrat. It's an old man. And that's far in the future. Rudeus Greyrat evolution. Age evolution. Okay, I want to see. Season 3. Alright, so now. I knew it. Something up. It was something up about this one. Something up about this one. There was really something up. Or... Yes, I knew it. Something up. Because I know right here. Let's see. I want to check it out. I just want to check it out. Nope, it's on TikTok. God damn it. Give me a good image rather than TikTok. No, our Instagram video, yo. Alright, Evolución de Florence. Okay, starts like this. Uh-huh. Right, then... I'll say it's this. What I have to say is this. But I'm gonna choose the priestess. Or I mean, I should add more pinpoint. I don't know. There's something. It's just something about it. It's just something about it. I know it's. Trying to keep. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it right. That's all. But enough wasting time. Enough wasting time. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to the skin color. Let's go back to the skin color. Or shit, see right here. Two right there. See, drawing Rudeus. Parse boy. Ah! Stop letting that shit happen on you. See, boy. Who's to see, boy? I don't know, that looks good. God damn it. Nope. like this. This. Death that awaits for us all. Tony Todd. Tony Todd. Okay. To here. Okay, this part right here. Let's say this part right here. Then. Oh. Oh, and haven't I forgotten about the hair? That means I need to check out the hair of Paul as well. So now, let's get all the way dark. Let's get stupid dark. Let's see how this feature, well, basically the feature where he is, and takes the same cake for poor Rudeus. See, I'm gonna see right here. Now I'm getting the picture right. I'm getting the picture right. So let's be right there. This part, yeah, I don't know. It's even necessary, but because it's on the other side, I'm just gonna assume this guy's in the shadow. This one right here is probably gonna get to trying to get to that same shadow sense. What that means, if that is the case, then I'm gonna have to keep on going a little further. No, but this part right here is okay. It's just the others. It's the sides. That what matters. But how would I know? Or how would anybody knows? If I'm not even drawing the same direction or something. I don't know. Again, I did this is me not self-teaching myself anyway, so this is really not myself. This is not the best type of self-teaching. We are the young was down. Setting all colors in my head. I wanna see you tonight. I'm living high. I'm living high. Wait. We're dreaming on and on. We're dreaming on and on. We got the young ones down. We got the young ones down. Dun, dun, dun. I say I know colors in my head. I wanna see you now. I'm living high. I'm living high. Down, down, down. Alright, now I'm gonna go back to the burn. Oh, actually, don't too much. That's all too much of the burn. Okay, burn right here and burn right there. Not make sense out of sensation, but okay. But I can use also the soft brush round to, and of course, go over here. kind of like, actually, oh shit. Gonna have to go all the way down here, you know. Ah. Or kind of like this. I'm trying to keep it as the authentic Disney style, something like that. Or the Glen Keane style. Let's stop saying Disney, talk about the artist. Glen Keane or Todd Tradmore style. I don't know. Give off that. It's just kind of give off that vibe. I mean, this is an art. It's an art style that is pretty Western. So imagine what would Roxy look like. What would Sylphette look like? What would Eris look like in my style? Would they look different? Would they look the same? I don't know. This is a very Western art style. A very Western art style that I'm putting on behalf of Rudeus Greyrat, the so-called Ohio diddler, some shit like that. I'm just kidding. He's not. He's a goat. He's a goat. Watch Mushoku Tensei. I promise you. Trust the anime, guys. Trust the anime. Don't only think of it just because out of social media. Actually watch the anime. You don't watch the anime, of course that's why you start thinking that way over this guy. You have not seen the whole full story of him, of his character development. He had a second chance, about a person who has a second chance. Of course, he's not a really good person, but he was not also a piece of shit. He was perverted, yeah, but he was also tortured. He was humiliated in the first episode, and you have to see that. But I spoiled it. Even though people are trying to bring out this moral justification or something over the anime. Plus, it's the creator. This kind of like this creator scare type of shit. Like what they did with K-Urana. And then they did with other anime mangakas. They try to scare off on the internet. That's not happening. It shouldn't be that way. It really shouldn't be that way. Why scare off an artist like that? Huh? Why do you have what makes you, the audience, the crowd, think that you have any justification or have any sort of excuse to hate on a person's creation just because of the things he's portraying? You know, not many people these days are courage are actually creative or brazen enough to actually cover certain topics. Yes, are they really weird? Yes, they're really weird. There's no doubt about it. But are they a life-threatening thing? Or have they offended me? Have they killed a human being? Have they simultaneously just ate a dog alive or some shit like that? No. It's not like your brains can't fathom that type of exposure or that type of expressions of anime or the type of themings that anime is well known for. Remember, anime is in a different country, in a different culture. But people will explain that, and then will still try to, chastise and fucking vitriolize so dictatorshiply over Mushoku Tensei. On God, they do that. Just because they didn't see the whole anime picture. I again, like I said, I saw this 10 episodes of Mushoku Tensei, and yes, you couldn't get him, you wouldn't stand him, but if you know his backstory, and I have that sort of, because some of the first episodes gave me these memories, so it did resonate. It did resonate a bit on me. I did bad things. I did very taboo things I don't want to talk about. But what happens to that? I learn what's right and what's wrong. Therefore, Rudeus, or the person who becomes Rudeus learns what's right and what's wrong. If you really understand and watch the episodes. Don't just act out of impulse just because you're seeing shit out of a freaking clip on Twitter or TikTok. Don't do that. So another thing about that is, you know, plus, you know how frustrating it is as a person who has watched harem isekais. You know how fucking annoying it is to watch an anime protagonist have all these beloved waifus, and even if they're cute and they're the cute and funny waifus too, and he gets, like, whenever they're trying to get very close, he starts to run away and get scared. You know how fucking annoying that shit is? And if it's just for comedy gags, bro, it's fucking annoying, okay? I'd rather have Basara from Testament of Sister Devil, but after fucking, Belle Crenel from Danmaichi Dungeon. I hate, like, it gets annoying. It gets annoying. Like, this guy is a straight pussy. You're not afraid to die in war in a battle, but you're afraid to not have a little bit of titty on your hand? Fuck is that? Oh, how much of a Puritan are you? Nah, I am banging. Fuck, man. I am banging back to back. I think that's what Rudeus did and has done. Thing about, Rudeus, right? Again, he has to learn from his mistakes, and he did learn his mistakes. Much like many other anime characters too. When they realized they thought they got away, they realized they thought they had it well, or they realized that they, after defeating with a task or finishing their task, they know they can achieve, and in reality, no, it is not. Again, like the bar, that bar scene with his father, like Paul Greyrat, and then freaking Rudeus himself, that scene, he did not knew that he, after losing Ares and Ghislaine and the other guys, he forgot about Roxy, because his choice and his path that he chose to be was going to be with Ares, because he just couldn't handle himself. He couldn't handle himself. Like me, I was back in my days. Yes, I didn't handle myself at certain points either. And that's why I went up alone. So he needs to find redemption on that. He has to find a redemption and fix it. And much like I did, I had to find redemption and fix things. And you'll see that through all episodes. You see that through the anime. You see that through that. I haven't spoke about this in a mad minute about Bashoku Tensei in this kind of art, because I just wanted to air it out loud. I don't want the crowd to go dead silent. But that's cloud chasing, no? However, so if you watch it, like that. I mean, that's why Giguk and Trash Taste talked about it, but not, like Sero's TV and some shit like that. So again, you see these guys, like, listen, most of the people who are bashing this are hypocrites of ReZero and Bleach, or matter of fact, Shonen Jump fans, who, although half of that population of Shonen Jump tourists are usually people of my skin color and 5 shades darker, but that's racist, right? Though we're the hottest ones. That's racist, but now the other, because the other side is full of Yuri tards. We all know that, but I like Yuri too. It's just that I don't want to push against me and just trying to push it on an existing character. But at the same time, these are doujins. Having Japanese people in doujinshi been doing that for a long time. They gender bent the character, trying to make him get fucking pegged by a futanari cock in there. Or a romance yaoi doujin of Yuji Itadori and Megami in Fushiguro. Why not a yaoi doujin of Paul Greyrat and his son? I mean, those women have been doing, Japan has been doing that for a long time, But all I'm saying is those type of groups are the ones who are never watched Mushoku Tensei and make many videos. They will even use the excuse of using fucking chibi reviews as the weaponry use, because they always believe he's a pedophile. Pedophile, the word pedophile I've said this many, many times. The word pedophile is so watered down that we actually let actual predators in, like get away with it, because we're so fascinated of literally of you taking down and putting the actual predators, or putting predators just into the death penalty. Man, why are we trying to put mangaka artists to the death penalty just because they drew a few lollies, and developers just because they draw a few lollies over there, this and there? Well, what's the problem? What's the thing about that? And they try to they try to like review bomb and all that stuff. Hilariously enough, for those ReZero fans who try to review bomb Mushoku Tensei, are not talking about the lolly characters in ReZero. Much like to Bleach fans, I fucking grew up with Bleach. Bleach is my antidote. Yo, Bleach is my antidote. And guess what? There are some lollies living in there, in Bleach. About, I counted 3. I counted 3. Hideyori Sarugaki, the little pink girl, and literally a character named Lolly in the Hueco Mundo arc. Those are lolly characters. And then goes to Fate and all that other shit. But not many people heard about Fate yet. Not many people heard about Fate yet. Fate Grand Order, no one has talked about it yet. The only people who are being introduced to Fate, for the world of Fate, is those who are watching Fate Strange Fate. Because Fate is a crazy, weird, unrecognizably misunderstood, or how to say this, confusing, I'm trying to say. Confusing franchise all the way. Unless, you want something a little more than that, then I would say Kantai Collection, the anime adaptation for Kantai Collection, will also be that way too. They have a very, very skimpy lolly out there. I'll tell you that. There's some very skimpy lollies out there. So since we're talking about that, but because a lot of people are trying to use Mushoku Tensei as the prime example why their heart still beats by hating on this show, which is hilarious as shit. Because they only catch it on TikTok, they only catch it on Twitter, and they're following trends by people who are not of the anime space, who are just cosplaying and LARPing as the anime space, are the ones trying to bash out over Mushoku Tensei. And then, of course, there are those of the anime space who are also trying to bash Mushoku Tensei. You know? I've seen the life struggles and the many, things that some people have, like the character has to go. His old life, Rudy's old life was in shambles, and he didn't go outside. He had very lonely type of habits that, yes, you would say is pretty hateful. Is justly gross. But he was tortured. He was humiliated in public. There's no way a human being can survive that. And then when he got resurrected, he went to the other side, he wound up being born in another world. A world that seems pretty alien to him. A world that seems very alien. And turns out it's an isekai, but it's a different type of isekai. Gaicheta tried to change the meaning of shonen, of the shonen world. But everybody hated her and her artist just because he did some cultural, offensive shit like that. So guess what? I am gonna be drawing Mushoku Tensei. I am gonna be drawing Rudeus Greyrat. And many people are gatekeeping this type of stuff. Almost rightfully so. So Let's not. Let us also not talk. Like these people, like the people who keeps bashing on Mashoko Tensei, does have no right to also call out because I see the memes they're calling him pedophile and all that kind of stuff. I would go to their. We would think for Twitter. I would go to their accounts and see where they're based at, and then see their profile pic, and watch their likings and see their likes in media and to see what kind of person they are. The people that keep hating on him, besides ReZero, right, are those who like Persona 5, those who like Yuri anime, of course. Then there's those who I check their backgrounds, I check where they're from. I see some from India. I see some from South America. I see those from United States. But the cultures and race of the United States is, we see the usual suspects. And then, of course, ReZero. Which I find it funny enough, any show, like a shonen fan will even consider ReZero as pedo slop for certain episodes. I mean, it is high. I mean, Crunchyroll did once justice on Mushoku Tensei for the like ratings and the like buttons. How many people liked this? How many people did not like this? And you see more likes and then dislikes, and you compare that to Bleach, you compare that to ReZero. Now, I'm not saying the anime is the best of the best out there of isekai. No. No one's the best. There's some goods and there's some bads. There's some ups, there's some downs. I mean, JJK had some really good peak content episode fighting, and then there's those episodes that are just fumbled. Shibuya Arc, for example, and some others soon the calling games. So we can't just disregard to that. All right, so here we are. And I can't wait, and the world cannot wait to see Ares return in the 3rd season when they're going to fight Orsted in a rematch. That's gonna be like a good. It's gonna be like, a good reunion because she's still training. I think, yeah, it's been said that she's still training, isn't she? She's still training. But when she gets ready, when she goes out to the world and hunting beasts, whew, people are a long way to see the reunion. And we're probably going to see many, many, many fucking dojins out of him. Actually, there already been dojins. It's only very few because, they wondered why is there not so many, like why make dojins if Rudeus is having babies left and right with them? It's funny because I've been looking for like good dojins of Mushoku Tensei, but there's some that I hate is that it's just either Futanari or it's NTR, and I only see some really good ones. Some actual settled ones I've been only liking because they're only like 6 dojins, or the rest are just BDS, like whatever the fuck they're trying to do. That is just completely turns me off. And they have many different translations, so. He's a young man. Hold up a second. Hang on a second, I gotta help my father. Papá, necesita ayuda. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Do not worry. Ah, shit. This doesn't look good. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Here we go again. But as I said, like I said again, I mean, you have every right that not many people are going to like this guy. I mean, when you first watch the first episodes, yeah, I mean, rightfully so. Yeah, you don't like him because he's a guy with still has his memories intact, and he was resurrected as a baby in another world and all that kind of shit. And I get it to many people that they don't like it, but at the same time, who's in charge? Who's the one that made it so? Who's the one that created the story? Not you, the manga and the light novelist, the creator of Mushoku Tensei. He's not only just a writer, he's also making the manga. So you do have your freedom of speech, your freedom of belief. That it is kind of weird seeing this dude, and it's kind of wrong seeing a person who resurrected as a baby with the attack shit and shit. But mind you too, if you really pay attention to the story, he died. Okay? But people are still going to justify, for some reason, his action. Going to try to justify an excuse, right? And saying, no, he's still a fucking child. He's still a fucking dude. An adult in this. He's 45 in the body of this, and trying to make it all diddler, Diddy party, the island of Nickelodeon in the Virgin Islands and shit like that. They're trying to make connections over something that they have only watched in clips of and YouTube. And then of course there are those who actually watch the animes who still don't feel right about it. All right, there's nothing wrong about it. That's your opinion. That's your set. But also, you guys are still watching the whole season, the first to third season, and we're still waiting for the Orsted arc on all that shit. And you're seeing all these epic stuff, right? The epic fights, the epic drama, the character development, and then yet you're still he's still doing all that PP Tom shit. I'll tell you again. I said it before in the stream. It's almost hypocritical when those who are trying to be Puritan and trying to keep things safe for the sanctity of everybody's soul also has skeletons in the closet. Okay? As a kid, I was kind of a peeping Tom as well, but I know how to control it. All right? Everybody's a peeping Tom, including women, including girls. You can't just try to stay purity in the name of the Lord, or in the name whatever belief system you have. Okay, that's just humanity. And of course we're gonna fuck up, and of course we're gonna get taught a lesson, and of course we're gonna have to redem from that. Or we make a wrongdoing, like I did once, do some wrongdoings, and then I have to fix it myself to make sure I don't get a calamity far worse that I faced before. That's what the show is. And then after his death, after seeing the death of Paul, right, during the fight against the Hydra, it changed him drastically. It changed. It's still a dark has a dark moment where Rudeus' mother lost all memory and lost all the personality of what she thought she was, of who she was before. Mind you too, there's some pretty heavy scenes. And then of course we go with Hoshinito, right? Hoshinibi, right? The Japanese girl who got isekai from Japan to the world of Mushoku Tensei and has completely have nothing. She did have powers in the first few episodes, right? When she first came in, but she had nothing after that. She was powerless. And now she's dying. You know? Maybe Sophie got jealous and she poisoned her. Who knows? It's a revenge plot for, you know, the whole disappearance of the faithful knight. But you know, she was dying. And seeing the whole comparison in the life of Japan, where Rudeus' old self died, like, was a person who was alone, shut it in. He was broken, socially a broken person, compared to Hoshinibi, who was young, who actually had a good life, and somehow she got isekai to a world where there's no forgiveness for her. You know, and it really begs the point to Rudeus. Like, you know, if that was him, then he would too also have the worst moments of his life. Imagine the roles were changed, right? Imagine the roles were changed. That Rudeus, before was the when he was his old self. Yeah, I'm not gonna make up the name. Was isekai as being alive, right? Whereas Hoshinibi, in the role of Rudeus, of his past self, died and gets reincarnated and gets all the character development and the successes that she had, versus the other, who, let's say that for example, gets isekai and starts failing and losing everything he had. Vulnerability, completely vulnerable. He would also feel the horrid tragedy and have the most valid crash out of his life. Valid crash outs, you know, but it does not blow, or it doesn't even set the record straight or completely shine the great light to those who are not fans of Mushoku Tensei. I'm not saying you have to be a fan of Mushoku Tensei. Who says that? Who says that we all have to be fans of Mushoku Tensei? No one. No one said that. You enjoy it or not. That's it. Again, in the end, it's fantasy. Makes us feel, makes us resonate. You know? I understand there's certain things over there, the tropes that it seems concerning. But you also got to remember the fact that they're not real. They make you feel the way, but in the end, they're not real. They're not real. Let's put down the shit. Let's put that in a fact. Much like how I talked about I already brought that. I've already brought that topic up many times already. All right, so almost there. Maybe I could add another shade. This time it's gonna be a little more like this. Shit. Okay. I wonder if I'm doing this right. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I forgot about the hairs. Ooh, yo, I forgot about the hair. Okay, I'm gonna. Maybe it's a little too much detail. But so yeah, you know, like trash. You know, many YouTubers who actually saw Mushoku Tensei when they first saw this anime, they also had that same reaction as many tourists. You know, it's also funny. I'm gonna too. It's funny, it's crazy how there's people over there on social media. When it came to, for example, Chainsmoker Cat, right? Many Japanese audiences walked away from it. They walked away from it. But for some reason, now here in the West, they would use, right? They would use in you know, Mushoku Tensei as a prime example of, oh, you people don't like the chain smoking cat because it's all about cigarettes and addictions, but yet you want to go hype up the most, you know, the most Epstein Diddy blood anime out there in the name of Isekai? Huh? Oh, double standards, no? You know, that type of shit. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up already. How many times these people be using the word pedophile? How many times these people be using the fucking excuse of gaslighting that Mushoku Tensei is the most Epstein ass nigga out there in the name of Isekai? Like, how many times, bro? It's just without having them watching it, bro. Like, it's such a thing that, I mean, I've seen already many news that they're trying to use as a gaslight, bro. Even IDMBM, bro, the fucking media, mainstream media of ING, bro. Freaking and I think there was a Anime Zone or something like that. One of the sites here in the West, they tried to ridicule about that. Freaking Polygon Entertainment. They try to ridicule. They try to consider the world that you know, Rudeus Greyrat and Mushoku Tensei is inspiring, you know, pedophiles in fantasy and isekai. Like, the fuck is that? Like, how many times people are trying to talk about, you know, CSM? It says a lot about Demis, and it says a lot about us who likes watching Mushoku Tensei, or anybody else who do watch Mushoku Tensei. Honestly, like, maybe yes, there are things I would agree that some parts of it gets you uncomfortable that I don't like. You know what? But that's the idea. That's the idea. You're not supposed to like that, because that is the message. What Mushoku Tensei is doing is that there are traits in us, or traits in him, that he still has inside him that made him do wrong choices, and therefore he has to correct it. You know, he has to correct it, and that builds up a character that he lost, you know, from his past life. Remember, he did a mistake. He tried to save somebody and he failed. Not to mention, he died. Not once, but twice, because he went up against Orsted. Mind you that. And you're gonna still say this motherfucker is the Jeffrey Epstein of isekai. Like, either white people are gonna say Epstein, or black people are gonna say P. Diddy. Either the two. Every time, bro. Someone's gonna say, oh, this Jeffrey Epstein ass thing, right? Or, oh, this P. Diddy thing, right? All the fucking time, bro. Man, are you gonna say that to Mr. Rogers then? Are you gonna say that to the creator of the Boondocks? Right? Are you gonna call Aaron McGregor a P. Diddy character because he did show some adult scenes in the Boondocks, yo? My fellow black and brown people? But the whites are going to use the white, you know, rainbow tourists are going to say, you know, Diddy blood Epstein shit. Well, either ways, I think I'm almost there. It's just maybe, oh yes, I'm not using soft brush tools. I should use soft. No, no, actually, wait, sir. Well, holy shit, you know, we have to first also, you know, again, separate fiction from reality all the time, but also kind of learn to read about it. I don't think anybody wants to read. We got that TikTok brain. You know, motherfuckers out there really have TikTok brains. I mean, I did watch this this one video out of King Black Knuckle, right? King Black Knuckle also talked about, you know, the kind of like has anime peaked and stuff. I'm surprised. Yes, he has yet to talk about Mushoku Tensei or understand. Matter of fact, there are people. I follow guys like Prof for Darkness, right? If you've ever heard of him, or J9X Empire, or Monte Sensei, who has talked about Mushoku Tensei. You know, and of course they're talking about, you know, the arc of the erectile dysfunction arc, and the, you know, all the other stuff that he has to go through, and the loss of his father, some of the bad choices he made, you know, some of certain things, and then of course the right choices and the trials and errors he has to build up for. I mean, all that leads up to this. And of course, Eris leaving Rudeus. That's another factor that hits him hard of his life, because he didn't understand, or he did. Who knows? It's all about the image. It's all about what brought the tone of it, and what makes us feel that way was thanks to the artists, the artistry, and the composers used to make the good out of the use of the show. You know, who are the artists that bring out the tone, who brought out the exact kind of message, you know, the type of chorus and the notes and the settings, the artists and the settings, who make that happen to give out the message. Imagine like that. Imagine they did the same thing with that bullshit ass animation from China, right? The worst animation studio out there is getting so viral right now. Shit. They're doing better than AI. You know? Let's see, I think I got you maybe a little more. I'm thinking of a little more than that. Yeah, I'm thinking of a little more than that. I have a feeling. I have a feeling about it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if that works or not. But yeah. I'm trying to get the light down, going just straight down here, but maybe that's maybe I went too far. Probably now I'm stuck on it. I'm kind of duped, but nah, it's okay. Shit. Still trying to figure out, or maybe I should add another white along the way. Forgot to add this. There you go. And I'm gonna add another tiny little dot right here, and then kind of like this. Also a bit from here too. Trying to give out the. See, this looks a little better. Actually, a lot better. God damn. It looks a lot better. I could now do a background. First off, thing. Close all this to here. Colors. So I got them all grouped together. Now I'm gonna have to do the background. I'm not gonna kill myself doing a whole setting, like a whole place and setting shit. That's not for me. That's not for me. It's gonna use this. I'm going to use paint bucket. Voila. Then I'm gonna capture your ass. Or how about this? I'm gonna go mask off. And then March 2. I'm also gonna do something with this. Wait, what's with my soft brush? Oh, I could just use eraser. Oh shit. Oh shit. Maybe I made the background too yellow. Ah shit, I made it too yellow. Alright, fuck it. I mean, I'm already done with that one. I'm just trying to get the background on. This whole process is pretty small. Up to 2 hours and 13 minutes. I did, but no, I mean, this how much if I go? Oh shit! Exactly, I'm forgetting. I knew it's running. No, I hate it when I'm all tuned out because I'm focuses on coloring, and then I forgot the other. And then yeah, I forgot the other stuff I'm supposed to do. And it's not chores, sir. It's not chores. I forgot to draw my favorite little lines, like you see in comic books. The twitching, bro. Almost there. Almost there, everybody. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Oh my god. Please. Please. Bear with me, alright? Don't just ghost around and say, oh, is this nigga done already? Man, we're still talking about this, okay? We're still talking about Mushoku Tensei. We're still talking about how many people actually enjoyed it, and not those who are trying to go apeshit crazy and on Twitter or on Reddit who just couldn't handle the fan service. And there are fan service, multitude of fan service. Though it's also a bit annoying when these elite anime nerds too, us elite anime weebs, who always talk about the 1980s anime or the 1990s animes, right? The animes of the 1970s who say, oh, there's shit over there that do not hold back and all that kind of stuff. All right, name me at least 5 of those animes in the 1980s and the 1990s, right? Who did not hold back. All right. Again, it's kind of annoying when we hear these people say, "Oh, when it comes to fan service, bro, it used to be way more extreme, sir. It used to be this. Oh, today is tamed. It's tamed, and bro, you're gonna tell me how Nukitashi is a mainstream anime, an ecchi, mind you, that isn't a full blown hentai? What's the objects and dynamics of that? So like it's kind of also bothersome for some of these like anime nerds who grew up watching anime, who have their own figurines and waifus, or Sailor Moon to Rento Saka, from Rento Saka to Yukina and VTubers and all that stuff. It's also kind of like bothersome that there's people out there still who would claim that that anime, when it comes to those kinds of themings, right? It used to be, it used to be way more extreme. Well, provide me an example. Provide me an example. What that used to be extreme. Provide me examples. All right? Don't just give me Berserk. Give me many different animes that back then they did not hold back. Give me that. And then I will see what I can do. And I'll watch it myself. They used to say when Bastard came in, when I was watching Bastard, Bastard the anime, which is Dark Schneider kind of guy. which is a 90s anime, mind you. On Orbital Bacon, I did see titties, but I did not see all the wild, crazy shit that apparently, Bastard on Netflix never had. But Chainsmoker Cat is doing the utmost. Chainsmoker Cat and Jimoto Psycho is doing the utmost, okay? And yet they're saying this shit is tame. I'm like, nigga, shut up, bro. Like, shut up. You have probably never even know what type of anime besides the 1970s Devilman Crybaby, right? That some way somehow had a fan service event that is up to the point where it's near hentai. Because I know there's a fine line. Because I get it, yes, hentai and ecchi are genres in anime. Hentai is a genre of anime. Ecchi is a genre of anime, right? We're gonna have to say that. We have to mind that. But we're talking about mainstream. We're talking about we're watching on Crunchyroll, right? Right? Or on Netflix or on High Dive. Well, we're talking about that. And you're saying interspecies reviewers is tame? Nigga, that's just tell me you don't watch actual mainstream animes or actual anime. You're just watching off-brand animes. You're watching off-brand hentai, yo. You're just watching just nothing but hentai then. What are you telling me about real, actual, no hold back anime? Name me some. Name me some, you pussies. Name me some. On God, por favor. Name me some. Cause that's the shit that's kind of a recluse right there. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually second a little brighter. A little brighter. Right. Okay. Now I'm gonna go multiply. Oh, Ozempic, you know. Trilogy. 1, 2, 3. Oh, trilogy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. There you go. You see? This is what I want. Oh shit, that actually looks good. Damn, that actually looks good. But I'm gonna do photo filter. Adjustments. Go over here. I don't know if you're seeing it. Okay. Now, I think that right there is good. I'm just gonna put my initials right now. All right, let's see. Oh shit, I think my my thing is done. Okay, right here. And then all right. That is pretty much it for Mashaka for Ares Greyrat. This is Ares Greyrat, my friends. This right here is Ares Greyrat. My friends, everybody. My friends. from another mother. That right there is Eris Greyrat. Are you guys satisfied? Are you guys not satisfied? I wonder. Take him out. Maybe I could do a few of smudges, but actually we could still continue with the smudges. Actually, we should do smudges. Actually, hold up a second. I think there needs to be a need for smudges. We gotta go to. See, we're gonna see. Actually, no, wait. You know, yeah. I want to do a good smudge on that side. And a smudge is right here too. Right there. Yeah, it's good smudges. Good smudges. Needs a little more. Definitely. Okay. Kind of like this and stuff. No. Mm-hmm. Right here. That works. Now it makes more sense, I guess. In a way, it makes more sense. Maybe the hair. No, that hair definitely needs to get fixed. What the fuck? Cube. Doom. All right. Oh no. Where are you? Okay. All right, there you go. Makes more better sense right now. Makes more better sense. So now, Rudeus Greyrat at your service. Rudeus Greyrat is at your service. Right here in the flesh. I would originally want to do like a fade because I wanted to, and I would still has to come to my mind. Like I want to trying to get more creative with it. I want to be more independent on just actually putting some earrings on Rudeus Greyrat. Give him a little undercut, a tiny little undercut on the bottom of his hair. The ears is out of shape. Oh damn, I'm still gotta erase a lot of essence, bro. That's why I'm low on my shit. I even smudged. Need some smudging up in this bitch. Oh my god. What have I created? I've created many good things, but oh my god. It's a mess. Shit, I have to keep on cleaning and cleaning. What a drag, no? I thought I was done. One, two, 2, 3, 4. Oh shit! For real? Okay, I'm just gonna go and get to this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. Oh my god. It's that much of a work. I had to even cut off the essence. What have I created? Oh my god, no. Okay, now I have to. What is this? Jesus Christ. All right, we're gonna leave it be. We're gonna leave it be. As of today, this is Rudeus Greyrat. All right, and I hope you niggas enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoy this fucking thing. And like I said, once again, my original plan was I was gonna think of giving him a mullet, and I started questioning it. And although I was thinking, you know what? No, I'm gonna have to leave this to be. It's Rudeus Greyrat, but I can give him an undercut fade. I can. I'm not giving him a low taper. We're not doing low tapers. I'm up from the sides and back off, and the only part up top. Why? Because I love watching shows like Peaky Blinders and Vikings. And why too? There's a lot of that in Apocalypto and many other stuff. Punisher, Peaky Blinders, and Vikings are the one shows who are bringing back the sharp edge head cuts that many of us Gen Zers are hating. But to Mushoku, on the behalf of Mushoku Tensei, watch the episodes before you make your opinions. Yes, you have every right to give some slander over the things you don't like of the tropes of it. But that's the idea. Like I said again, the artist's idea is I'm making things that will cover topics that not many people are going to like because I want to. It's the artist's choice and desire. It's in order to captivate the audience, in order to kind of give the message to the audience. I understand too that it is problematic, but guess what? Even if it has messages to say, even if it has messages to show, it's still a work of fiction. Whether you love it or you hate it. That's what Mushoku Tensei has been pushing that boundary of, crossing that lines that anime has been doing for a long time. Now, I know too, I have nothing to say about that. I have no say for such things because I never watched that much animes these days. Nor even my teenage life. Maybe a few, 1 or 2, 3 more animes trying to catch up my weeb side. But I know it's fake. Like, it's not real. Right? The characters, look at the body proportions of the anime characters and the waifus. They're not realistic. I mean, you can go as far as you can be of them, but you're not going to reach it. Why? Because those are lines and coloring and shading. All right? You can give Makoto, from Makoto, right? Let's give an example for Makoto, anime character Makoto. You can give her beauty, and then you can shave her head bald. And from shaving her belly, you could give her 4 arms and blue legs and blue skin, right? She's still Makoto in the ways. I mean, that's what a cartoon character is. You can make them do many crazy things and many, realistic things too. That's what anime chose. They chose the realistic physics, and though the more special effects and powers are not that realistic at all. That's their idea of it. And again, because what matters the most, right? It's the storytelling, and not many people who couldn't grasp that at first until later on they know okay, this is what it is. But again, don't slander an anime, or don't slander somebody, or don't slander an opinion that you caught out of a clip on social media. Never do that. That's just because you're doing that just because it's a trend. That's on you, not on the artist. I mean, we already 3 artists, including the great Keirana for Gaichakta, right, who got chased off just because of certain cultural appropriation manners and shit like that. Again, that's this. Where are all these things coming from, right? It's coming from here in the West, but it's not all of the West. It's the certain people, the certain groups, the certain individuals of the West, right? Mainly from California. Who knows? Again, now even in the mainstream media over here, I try to slander Mushoku Tensei. They try to slander half of anime who are known for fan service. Matter of fact, all Shonen Jumps have fan service because they're shonen animes. They're target for boys. And if you look at Mushoku Tensei as an isekai, it's potentially to a shonen anime because of the fan service. But they did one thing good. One thing only. They made this guy actually have more balls than Bell Cranell from Dianmachi Dungeon. Yes, this guy had more balls to make kids with his wives, with his girlfriends, than freaking Issei could in High School DxD. Fight me, okay? Fight me. That creep has everything wrong in his past life, now getting every privilege to it into his current life right now. And that is today for everybody watching the Mushoku Tensei and this illustration. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, subscribe to my channel. I'm Element Reptile. We see you again. You bless. Be.